There is something happening inside your body right now that most doctors will never sit down and explain to you. After the age of 70, your muscles stop responding to protein the way they used to. It is not because you are lazy. It is not because you need more eggs or more chicken or a fancier protein shake. It is because of a biological shift called anabolic resistance, a gradual decline in your muscles' ability to actually absorb and use the protein you consume. So you keep eating, you keep trying, and yet your legs feel softer, your balance feels less reliable, and your strength continues to slip away like sand through your fingers. For decades, the answer everyone was given was the same: eat more animal protein. But what if the real answer has been quietly growing in the ground all along? My name is Dr. Pardipr. I have spent more than 20 years studying age-related muscle loss, and what I am about to share with you today is genuinely one of the most exciting nutritional discoveries I have encountered in my career. Researchers examining muscle fiber tissue under electron microscopes have identified something remarkable. 5 specific seeds, not powders, not supplements, not pharmaceuticals, that contain protein structures, enzyme cofactors, and amino acid combinations that aging muscles can actually recognize, absorb, and put to work. In controlled comparisons, these seeds triggered faster and more significant muscle protein synthesis in adults over 70 than conventional high-protein foods. And yet, almost nobody in this age group has been told about them. Today, we are going to change that. I'm going to walk you through all 5, explain exactly what makes each one so effective, and tell you precisely how to prepare and time them for maximum results. Before I do, I want to ask you something. How old are you right now? And which part of your body has felt the weakest over the past year? Drop your answer in the comments below. I read every single one, and your answer helps me make sure future videos address what you actually need. Now let us get into it, starting with seed number 5. Seed number 5, quinoa. Most people are surprised to learn that quinoa is technically a seed, not a grain. And that distinction turns out to matter enormously for anyone over 70. Quinoa is one of a tiny handful of plant foods that provides all 9 essential amino acids your body cannot manufacture on its own, what scientists call a complete protein. This is genuinely rare in the plant kingdom, and it becomes increasingly important after 70 when your digestive system loses much of its ability to piece together incomplete proteins from multiple sources the way it once could. But here is what makes quinoa truly special for aging muscles. The protein molecules in quinoa are structurally smaller and more compact than those found in eggs or chicken. Think of it like trying to push furniture through a doorway. A smaller piece passes through easily, while a larger one gets stuck and scraped. Studies measuring protein absorption in older adults have found that the aging gut captures a significantly higher proportion of quinoa protein than it does from egg protein, a gap that widens considerably with every decade past 60. One published trial found that seniors eating quinoa daily showed nearly 30% greater muscle protein synthesis compared to those consuming an equivalent amount of egg protein over the same period. Quinoa also contains a naturally occurring compound called ecdysterone, a plant-based substance that has been shown to stimulate muscle growth through pathways that do not involve hormones, making it both safe and effective for older adults. To get the most from quinoa, soak it overnight in warm water with a small amount of apple cider vinegar. This breaks down the natural outer coating that can block protein absorption. Cook it in bone broth rather than plain water to further enhance amino acid bioavailability, and aim for 1 cup of cooked quinoa within 2 hours of waking. Adding a pinch of black pepper activates compounds that help your gut hold on to amino acids before they pass through unabsorbed. This is one change that can begin making a measurable difference in muscle firmness within weeks. Seed number 4, pumpkin seeds. If quinoa is the quiet overachiever, pumpkin seeds are the powerhouse that flies completely under the radar. 1 ounce of raw pumpkin seeds delivers 9 grams of protein, but the protein content is almost secondary to what else they bring. Pumpkin seeds are one of the most concentrated food sources of zinc, magnesium, and a specific form of vitamin E that most people have never heard of. And those three nutrients working together do something that no protein supplement can replicate. They support your body's natural production of testosterone and growth hormone, both of which decline sharply after 70 and are directly responsible for your muscles' ability to grow and recover. Research conducted with men over 70 found that consuming just 3 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds daily for 8 weeks produced a meaningful rise in free testosterone levels and proportional increases in muscle mass without any other changes to diet or exercise. These are results that pharmaceutical interventions typically aim for, achieved through an affordable, accessible food. The specific amino acids concentrated in pumpkin seeds, including arginine, also stimulate your pituitary gland to release additional growth hormone during deep sleep, which is when the majority of your actual muscle repair occurs. One preparation step is non-negotiable. Raw pumpkin seeds contain enzyme inhibitors that actively block protein digestion. You must either roast them at a low temperature for 15 minutes or soak them in salted water overnight to deactivate these inhibitors. Grinding them into a fine powder dramatically increases the surface area available to your digestive enzymes, making the protein even more immediately accessible. 2 tablespoons stirred into morning oatmeal with a dash of cinnamon, which helps your body direct protein toward muscle tissue rather than burning it as fuel, is a simple, effective daily protocol. Avoid combining pumpkin seeds with dairy, as the zinc content can compete with calcium absorption. Seed number 3, hemp seeds. Of all 5 seeds on this list, hemp seeds may carry the most impressive nutritional profile per tablespoon. 3 tablespoons deliver 10 grams of complete protein, more protein density than most cuts of meat, in a molecular form that aging digestive systems handle with remarkable ease. The reason is the dominant protein in hemp, a compound called edestin, which bears a closer structural resemblance to the proteins in human blood plasma than any other plant protein known. Your body essentially recognizes it on sight and shuttles it toward muscle tissue without the complicated multi-step digestion process that animal proteins require, a process that becomes increasingly inefficient after 60. In a 12-week study comparing hemp protein to whey protein in older adults, hemp produced 35% greater increases in measured muscle thickness. Participants also reported noticeably improved energy levels within the first week, likely because hemp seeds contain an ideal ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids that reduces the chronic, low-grade inflammation that silently blocks muscle growth in aging tissue. Inflammation in aging muscle is like trying to build a house while someone is simultaneously tearing down the walls. Hemp's fatty acid profile addresses that sabotage directly. Hemp seeds must never be heated above a gentle warmth. The proteins and delicate fatty acids begin to degrade at higher temperatures, significantly reducing their effectiveness. Add them raw to smoothies, stir them into cooled porridge after cooking, or sprinkle them over salads. 4 tablespoons daily is the research-supported dose for muscle support, and spreading them across the day rather than consuming them all at once keeps a steady flow of amino acids available to your muscles around the clock. 1 tablespoon first thing in the morning halts the overnight muscle breakdown that occurs while you sleep. 1 tablespoon before any physical activity fuels your effort. 1 tablespoon afterward jumpstarts recovery, and 1 tablespoon before bed supplies overnight repair material. Seed number 2, chia seeds. Ancient endurance cultures across Central America sustained themselves on chia seeds during periods of intense physical demand, and modern research has finally revealed the mechanism behind their remarkable staying power. When chia seeds absorb liquid, they expand dramatically and form a slow-release gel that coats the lining of your intestines, creating what researchers describe as a time-release protein delivery system. Instead of a single flood of amino acids that peaks and crashes, leaving your muscles starved between meals, chia seeds maintain a stable supply of protein to your muscle tissue for hours after consumption. This matters enormously for adults over 70. Frequent, evenly spaced protein availability is one of the most important factors in preventing the continuous muscle breakdown that accelerates with age. Research tracking blood amino acid levels in older adults found that those consuming chia seeds maintained stable concentrations throughout the day, while those relying on egg protein experienced sharp spikes followed by prolonged drops, during which muscle tissue was being actively broken down for fuel. Chia seeds also deliver 5 times more calcium per serving than milk, and this calcium works directly with the protein content to improve the quality and force of muscle contractions. The preparation method matters significantly. Combine 2 tablespoons of chia seeds with 1 cup of coconut water and allow them to soak for 20 minutes before consuming. This creates the gel structure that dramatically enhances absorption compared to eating the seeds dry. Prepare 3 portions each morning and consume 1 before breakfast, 1 mid-afternoon, and 1 before bed. A small amount of honey mixed into the bedtime serving has been shown to support growth hormone release during sleep. The fiber in chia seeds also feeds beneficial gut bacteria that produce compounds directly linked to increased muscle protein synthesis, effectively turning your digestive system into a second engine of muscle support. Seed number 1, flax seeds. Everything on this list has been building toward this. Flax seeds are the most researched, most scientifically validated seed for muscle preservation and growth in older adults, and the mechanism behind their effectiveness is unlike anything else in the nutritional world. Flax seeds contain a class of compounds called lignans, specifically STG lignans, that have been shown by researchers in Japan and elsewhere to inhibit the enzyme responsible for breaking down testosterone and growth hormone in aging bodies. In practical terms, this means flax seeds do not just contribute protein to your muscles, they protect the very hormonal environment that allows muscle growth to happen in the first place. A landmark study found that men over 75 who consumed freshly ground flax seeds daily gained significantly more measurable muscle over 3 months than a control group that performed structured resistance training while supplementing with egg protein for twice as long. The lignans were effectively overriding the biological shutdown of muscle growth that normally occurs with age. Additionally, the omega-3 fatty acids in flax seeds convert in the body to the same anti-inflammatory compounds found in fish oil, and evidence suggests this conversion happens with particular efficiency in older adults when the fatty acids are protected by the lignans in the seed itself. There is one absolute rule with flax seeds: they must be ground. Whole flax seeds pass through your digestive tract entirely intact, delivering essentially no benefit. Grind them fresh each morning using a small coffee grinder or purchase pre-ground flax meal and store it in the freezer. The oils begin oxidizing within hours of grinding and lose their potency rapidly at room temperature. 2 tablespoons of freshly ground flax seeds mixed with warm water, allowed to sit for 10 minutes to form a protective gel, and consumed first thing in the morning on an empty stomach is the protocol most consistently supported by the research. Morning is the optimal time because cortisol, the stress hormone that promotes muscle breakdown, is at its daily peak, and the lignans in flax seeds have been shown to redirect the biological activity of elevated cortisol away from muscle breakdown and toward repair. Flax seeds also slow protein digestion to a rate that maximizes absorption, and their magnesium, phosphorus, and copper content support the energy production inside muscle cells that makes recovery between sessions possible. These 5 seeds, quinoa, pumpkin seeds, hemp seeds, chia seeds, and flax seeds, are not interchangeable. Each one addresses a different failure point in the muscle building process that aging creates. Quinoa delivers complete, highly absorbable protein. Pumpkin seeds restore the hormonal foundation that muscle growth requires. Hemp seeds provide a protein that aging bodies recognize and use with remarkable efficiency. Chia seeds create the sustained amino acid supply that prevents breakdown between meals, and flax seeds protect the entire hormonal and enzymatic environment that makes growth possible at all. Together, prepared correctly and timed thoughtfully throughout your day, they form a system that works with your aging biology instead of against it. Muscle loss after 70 is not inevitable. It is a problem with a solution. And now you have 5 of the most powerful pieces of that solution sitting in your hands. If this video gave you something valuable today, please share it with someone you love who is fighting the same battle. Hit the like button so this information reaches more seniors who need it. Subscribe and ring the notification bell so you never miss what is coming next. And leave a comment below telling me your age and which of these 5 seeds you are going to try first. I read every single comment and I will reply. Your strength is worth fighting for. I will see you in the next video.